Welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm Skratch. This is another Dragonheir Silent Gods video, and welcome to my free-to-play account in Season 1. In today's video, I want to showcase all of my 6 teams for the Chief Challenges. If you're not familiar with the event just yet, guys, is the Continental Challenge right here, which will give you a chance to get a legendary hero. Now, I'll be very honest with you, he is a very underwhelming hero that I've never ever used on my main account either, which is in Season 4 now. These bosses, the Chief Challenge bosses, will transform into the Chaos Shadow bosses in the Otherworld event, which will start straight after this event ends. And you will need to make as many teams as possible, up to 15, in order to score higher on the leaderboard. Now, if you're in the same boat with me, we're not going to be able to make 15, but the more the merrier. So I want to showcase you my 6 teams for the Chief Challenges, guys. And this video is brought to you by Dragonheir Silent Gods. I just want to say a big thank you to them for continuing to support our content and our channel. If you guys are new around here, if you haven't tried Dragonheir Silent Gods just yet, or you want to help and support the channel, which I really appreciate, you can download the game by using the link in the description down below, or in the pinned comment, or by scanning the QR code you see on the screen. So, Chief Challenges, guys. So far, I've been doing pretty well, at least on my server. I managed to kind of like rank in top 30 every single time. Basically, you are getting some additional rewards from ranking high in here. You're getting a lot of Medal of Glory, which will allow you to purchase goodies. You're going to get the Echo of Clepsydra, and of course, you're going to get the Shadow Amethysts, which are the fragments required to purchase the legendary hero. I'll be honest, I skipped the event. I am not going for the legendary hero, guys, and I decided to go and purchase different goodies from this shop, like the Heliolite dice, some Starlight Stone dice, but not U tier. And that's mainly because my summons are reserved for Frorbart. I decided to go in and summon for Garius rather than save them for this event, and I have zero regrets because, how I mentioned, I've never used this hero anywhere. It's pretty underwhelming, to be honest with you guys. I'm not sure if they're planning to buff this hero anytime soon, you know? So, this is where we are currently in terms of seasonal ranking for me. I am rank 55, completely free to play, guys, and I've been slacking a lot. I'll be very honest with you. I'm not pushing this account like a no-lifer, you know? I'm just playing it casually. I'm trying to do my dailies every single day. I'm using my stamina in the Goblin, so I'm building my teams. I do need to farm a bit of more gear. What I kind of like dislike is the thing that we don't really get a lot of multi-battles as free-to-play. But this is where my account is at the moment, guys. This is my entire squad. I do have quite a few legendaries. I got fortunate enough to summon quite a few of them. Now, this is a completely free-to-play account. I'm not getting any content creator perks or anything on this account. I got lucky enough to summon a dupe, guys, and I managed to get my very first legendary artifact that is actually really powerful, the Witch's Remains. Recently, I summoned Asilia. Just randomly, I decided to open like 15 Heliolite dice to try and get Frorbart on the regular orange banner. I just decided to try my luck, and it paid off because I got Asilia, which is absolutely amazing. Now, not all of my teams will do 22 million damage, guys, and that's absolutely fine, you know? I'm going to try to do my best with what I have. Let me quickly show you the Psychic Core, sorry, before we're going to move over to the teams. So that's where my Psychic Core is at the moment. It's not maxed just yet. I would love to get the damage reduction for all of them, and of course max the additional stats that you get at a 5-man elemental affinity. That would definitely improve the damage quite a bit on the teams. But hey, it is what it is, and that's what we have available. So I'm going to start with the Chief Challenge. This is Auster right here. You will ignore defense. The good thing about it is that you can actually dodge his AoE attacks. If you're positioning your characters right, this ultimate skill will only hit a couple of characters. You do need quite a bit of accuracy. This is my only team, at least so far. I haven't tried them this week, but this was my only team that was reaching 22 million damage. So let me just quickly load in the team. I'll show you exactly what I'm using, guys. So where is it? Fire Boss. This is the team. I am using Errich. I'm using Tunnel Nun. I am using Nida. She's an amazing rare character. You should definitely use her too. I am using Horus, which is the free tank. He does a pretty good job at staying alive, comparing him with other characters that I have from this elemental affinity. And then I'm using Ogok as a support character and to put the immortality, but mainly is to get the big healing that he provides, and we're getting more decreased attack from him. These are the artifacts that I have on. So I have the Witch's Remains, I have the Eyeball of the Giant, I have the Volcanic Disc, I have the Spiritual Incense Burner, and we have the Scarab Amulet on the tank. Then, in terms of gear sets, I have quite a few Imperial Executioner sets. I do have one Gambler set, and that's on Thelendor because she has a lot of multi-hits, so this will benefit her quite a bit. And I only have one piece of Mythical Gloves. If I would have a few more on the rest of the damage dealers, this would be a completely different situation. I would definitely get much better damage. I will actually focus on farming more gear now that I'm done with all of my 6 teams. Let me quickly show you the skill timing for this team, guys. I won't keep you here for every single run. I'm just quickly going to discuss a couple of things about each boss, and then I'm going to show you the final result. But this is the skill timing that I have on my team right here. Keep in mind, Auster will gain ultimate energy. So that's why I need to put a different timing on Ogok, because he will have a chance to gain ultimate energy, and that will mess up the rotation. Very important to keep that in mind. We're going to use the HP Aura. You cannot use food here, unfortunately. What I want to show you is the positioning of the characters. So in this format, the boss will only use the ultimate skill and hit Thelendor and Horus at the front. The back row allies will not get hit by the boss, and that's because of how we positioned our characters on the board. So you gotta take advantage of this. How you probably noticed right there, only Thelendor and Horus got hit, which is definitely something that you want to exploit with every single boss. Now, we can do it with every single one of them, but for the ones that we can, like this one, for example, is definitely going to be a massive, massive plus. We already have over a 4.5 million damage. We're not even 1 minute in, so this is going to hit 22 million damage. The more, the merrier, because all the score over 22 million damage will still count for the leaderboard, and that's important. In the Otherworld event, you don't have to worry about it. And it seems like this week we managed to get a personal best, and we beat our score from last week with 12 million damage, guys, which is actually pretty damn crazy. A very, very good result. I'm super pleased to see that this team improved quite a bit. Of course, the Psychic Core levels helped quite a bit. But hey, we managed to basically keep not everybody, but keep some of the heroes alive till the end of the run. Actually, it's more than 12 million, because we almost got 40 million damage from the wild team, which is actually very, very nice. Of course, we have Thelendor with 18 million damage. She is the MVP in this team. We have Nida with 7.8, and we have Errich with almost 10 million damage. I decided to book my my Errich, guys. Now, this team here is almost fully scrolled. I think Horus doesn't have any scrolls, if I remember it correctly, but I might be mistaken. So the rewards that you're getting are pretty nice. You're getting the fragments, you're getting some materials for the Psychic Core, the Affinity Solvent, and you're getting Warm Arrow, which is definitely very, very good. I'm quickly gonna check if he's actually scrolled or not, but I'm pretty convinced he is not. No, he's not scrolled. Okay. Thelendor, she is scrolled 100%. Nida, she is scrolled as well. And I decided, how I mentioned, to scroll my Errich at the very beginning, because I know he's a pretty awesome character, and I will use him throughout all of the seasons. Moving over to the next Chief Challenge, guys. This is Thelendor, and he takes 100% more necrotic damage. Now, the tip that I want to share with you guys for this particular boss, you need to have block buffs if you want to reduce his chance of gaining rally. If he gains rally, he's going to go crazy with his ultimate skill. Now, this will cover your entire area. The way you're positioning your characters does not matter. All that matters is to bring in block buffs. That will give you the edge in this fight. Let me just quickly show you the team that I'm using. Now, I think last week I got 17 or 18 million damage on this boss. Was pretty close to the 22, but still miles away at the same time. So this is what I have on them, guys. I have Witch's Remains on Ripekas. I have the Crown of the Unclean on a Zarlot. I have the Grey Demon Skull on Joyce, which is the free legendary artifact that you're getting, or mythical. Then you have the Luminary Order Gospel on Megan, and we have the Spiritual Incense Burner on Voresh. Mainly, we want him to put block buffs. Voresh can remove buffs as well with a battle skill, so that can be helpful. I don't have any times, guys, because Ripekas can put a recharge speed penalty, and that will mess up the entire cycle anyway, so it's pretty irrelevant. But let's kick it in with this team, guys, and see what we can do with it. So I'm quickly gonna leave the run here for like 20-30 seconds just to show you how the boss works. So right now the boss has rally. You see this buff right here. We have recharge speed penalty. We applied block buffs, which is a bit too late, but I am hoping that Voresh will remove it anyway. Plus, we reduce the ultimate energy on the boss. That buff either expired, either we removed it with Voresh, and right now he has no rally when he's about to use the ultimate skill. Now, it will be important to have Ripekas use the ultimate skill before the boss is using the ultimate, just to have a chance to put the decrease attack, but it's extremely hard to time it on auto, guys. If you manual, it's gonna be a completely different story, but I don't want to stay and manual to be honest with you guys. So I'm just gonna let them go crazy and do their own things. Right now, the boss activated rally, which will make his ultimate deal additional beams of damage. You know, even though we are losing some of the summons from Joyce, is fine. It's not the biggest issue, to be honest. The damage is looking pretty good. How you may notice, we're still lacking that damage to take us to 22 million damage. And the main reason is Joyce not being scrolled, Zarlot not being scrolled. That would make a massive, massive difference. But hey, so unfortunately on this boss, guys, we are lacking the damage, right? The lack of scrolls on the heroes is definitely the main cause. Not having the Psychic or Max for damage will basically stop me from reaching the 22 million. But I'm still pretty satisfied with the 19 million damage, guys. Definitely not too bad. We managed to keep the entire team alive. And the main reason, having recharge speed penalty will stop the boss from gaining a lot of stacks of attack. And block buffs will be massive versus this boss if you can bring a hero in that can actually apply that, you know, or to remove the buffs. Either one of them will work. 19.2 million. We have Ripekas with 19.7% of the total damage, guys. 3.7 million. Zarlot with 4.7. Then we have Joyce with 7.8. And we have Voresh with 2.3 million damage. So definitely pretty satisfied with this. The next chief challenge, guys, is going to be Ripekas, and he will take 100% more additional poison damage. Now, I gotta be honest with you, he is a very tough one to fight. Every single season, it seems like the poison bosses are the toughest ones out of all of them. So let me just quickly show you what we have in here. This will probably be one of the weakest teams. I do have a fairly decent combination of champions in here. I don't have Eli scroll just yet. I don't think I have the rare scrolls available. I only have 2, so I'm gonna save them in case if I need them for somebody else. I do have Exandra scrolled, of course. She is the main healer in the team, and the only healer. We have Sigrid, which is scrolled. Then we have Twitch. Unfortunately, no scrolls for him. He will basically apply poisons, which will trigger Eli's passive a bit more often, and he's going to apply defense down with his ultimate skill, which has multi-hits. Then we have Isolde. She will be the main tank in here. Now, one thing that I decided to do, guys, was to give Isolde and Hexandra resistance builds. I need that resistance to ensure that the boss will not constantly crowd control them. Very, very important, because the boss will actually be able to put all of these debuffs on you, like recharge speed penalty, healing prohibition, which will be very, very nasty. But on top of it, he can actually knock you and stun you with the battle skill. And that is the worst part out of it. The positioning on this boss is very important as well, guys, because the boss will have AoE attack. So we'll have this AoE attack, and we'll have this AoE attack as well. Plus, it does all of the crazy things that I mentioned before. So like this, you're going to have Isolde going at the front, and the boss will only hit with the AoE attacks these 2 front heroes, and that's it. So let me just quickly show you exactly what's happening in this fight. So he will still manage to stun you or to do some nasty things to you because of the random chance of applying debuffs. It's pretty annoying that we actually have something like this. You see, he's only hitting those 2 characters, and they're both resisting because of the resistance builds. Now, this team only gets 7+ million damage, which is the 3rd highest milestone that you can get. I'm pretty satisfied with that too. 2 million, 5 million is still gonna get the job done and give you some rewards. You know, it's better than not getting anything. So you should definitely try to build up a team regardless of how weak it might be. getting 2 million points is super easy, regardless of what you're using. Of course, you do need to have your characters leveled up and geared, but it's definitely pretty accessible. Now, this week, who knows, we might even move to the next threshold, to the next milestone, because of all of the upgrades that we recently got on the characters, you know? So we have Twitch. He landed the poisons, but unfortunately no defense down, which is a bit of a bummer because that will definitely reduce our damage. Decrease attack from Sigrid is going to be massive. That's another thing to keep in mind. I do have Isolde, but I'm pretty convinced that I gave her a build that... okay, so she does have the accuracy. I wasn't 100% sure if she will have the accuracy or no. And I just remembered that last time I've done a bit of a manual work on it. And it seems like we reached a new personal best on this boss as well, because we just knocked down 11 million. Last time, I know it was around 8 million, if I'm not mistaken. So the upgrades to the Psychic Core definitely helped quite a bit in here. So I'm definitely satisfied with the result, considering that this is one of the toughest bosses. Now, I did not show you a skill timing at the beginning, guys, because there is no skill timing on this boss. I have no scrolls on most of the damage dealers except Sigrid. I don't have scrolls on Isolde either, so it's pretty hard to time anything with them like this. What I am doing every now and then is I'm making sure that Sigrid and Isolde's decrease attack do not overlap, you know. And it's going to be game over right about now. But hey, 13.5 million damage, definitely pretty good. This boss is very nasty though, and we almost managed to survive with some heroes almost till the end of the run. So we have 13.5 million damage. Definitely happy with that, and you can see the damage right here. Sigrid, of course, the MVP, together with Eli. Eli without scrolls, but because of the poisons that Twitch is putting, he is the MVP rather than Sigrid in terms of damage, because he got 5.4 million, while Sigrid only got 4.4. But Sigrid, she's not fully built for damage. She has accuracy to put a decrease attack, which is definitely mandatory if you want to keep them alive for as long as I did, you know. But I'm pretty much running the exact same gear sets on all of them. I'm just trying to basically max all of the damage, you know. The next chief challenge, guys, is Jathalea, and she takes 100% more radiant damage. Now again, this will be a bit more challenging, just for the simple fact that this boss will have AoE attacks. So this one right here is something that we need to try and dodge. The good part is that I have Garius for this team, which will do a pretty good job at keeping the team alive, you know. So if I'm not mistaken, I am using Garius in this one. Yes, I am. So that's what we have in terms of characters, in terms of artifacts, in terms of gear. In terms of skill timing, I do have a bit of skill timing on this team, and that's mainly to get all of my characters up and running. Now, I don't have them fully scrolled. I think I will put the 2 scrolls that I have on Welby. Hopefully, they will go in the ultimate. Not really, but okay. He is a good character, definitely worth scrolling. And this team was very close to 22 million damage. It was like 18 or 19 million damage too. So hopefully this time around it will basically bring a bit of a better damage. So we're gonna go with the defense aura here as well, rather than the crit damage. So you're going to see exactly what's going to happen. Positioning, while is important, again, the boss will only hit the 2 characters that are running towards the boss, which is, of course, Hagio, and we have Garius. So let's crack on with the run. Let me just show you what the boss does exactly. And the boss won't use the ultimate skill on my back row just because of the way they are positioned. So you don't have to worry about that. You see, she's only hitting the 2 characters at the front. Now we do have hit recovery on them. They will manage to stay alive quite a bit. Removing the buff from the boss or putting block buffs on this boss is not very important. The main thing that you really want to have is decreased attack, you know. It's definitely going to be pretty important. That's why I timed my my Irina in the way I did before we just got resisted, unfortunately. So I have the decreased attack to cover both of these skills from the boss. That's why she has the Spiritual Incense Burner. All of these bosses are on a 18-second cycle, you know? So we have 5 million damage already. Who knows, this week we might actually hit 22 million damage, but we're gonna find out in a second. Okay, so we got another personal best with this team as well, guys. We managed to reach 22 million damage. Even though Welby really disappointed us with his defense down, he got resisted quite a few times, even though he has like 300 plus accuracy. What can you do about it? But hey, we got 22.9 million damage. Definitely really pumped about it. Hedgehog is not scrolled. Irina, I'm pretty convinced she's not scrolled. Laurentil is not scrolled. Welby was not fully scrolled, how you guys probably noticed. So this is actually a pretty solid result. I'm definitely happy with what we have right here. Laurentil dealt 5.3 million damage. Welby 5.2. Then we have Hedgehog with 7.8 and Irina with 2.1 million damage. Definitely pretty solid from this one. The next chief challenge, guys, is Errich, and he's taking 100% more lightning damage. I actually just upgraded my Psychic Core with one more level for the lightning and radiance. This is the team that we're running. We have Asilia, we have Nathaniel, and of course I have Altair. He's the only rare that's fully scrolled from all of them. We have Vanny, amazing Dauntless character. We have Yaknats, again, pretty solid one. And this team, I think, was doing 11 million damage, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I have no skill timing because not all of my characters are scrolled, so that would be pretty pointless as well. In terms of positioning, guys, again, Errich has AoE attacks, okay? The best way to basically dodge that is by putting your tank right here, putting another character in close proximity so he can hit two at the same time, and he will hit only these two characters. We are going to use a HP Aura. Let me just quickly show you how this works as well. You see that the characters, they group together, right? So we have Vanny and the other one right there on the left side. So we want Errich to attack our tankier champions, which of course will be Nathaniel and will be Asilia. You see, the meteors are only dropping on the front two heroes. He's not hitting anyone else with that. So that's the main thing that you want to achieve with this boss. Having a decreased attack will be massive if you can bring it in. If I would have had a Yola, I would probably replace Yagnats or somebody else in the team, and she would apply defense down and put decreased attack on the boss. But unfortunately, we don't have that epic character available, so we're going to have to work with whatever we have available. Now, keep in mind, the damage looks pretty good so far. We have almost 4 million damage in 1 minute. This team could have the potential to hit 22 million if we manage to survive that long. But unfortunately, we just won't manage to survive that long without decreased attack. Let me just quickly show you the final result. So we got pretty close to 11 million damage with this one, guys. We have 10.4 million. If I would have a decreased attack, would be a completely different story. I used the Irina for my other team, right? Because I felt like it was a bit more important. But seeing that we got 22 million damage on that one, we have no regrets whatsoever. The next one is Bionphray, guys, and he takes 100% more cold damage. Now, he is a very, very annoying boss. He will stun. It will become random because of the ultimate skill. It's pretty hard to basically control this boss. Now, you might think that, well, he's a melee and this is his range. But right here, will randomly attack enemies and will put stuns on them. And not just stuns, but will actually damage them. Now, this, without a doubt, is my weakest team. I actually left this as the final team for the final week, which is this week. And it was for a reason, because it will be the weakest team. I don't have any insane damage dealers. This is what we're running right here. I do have Tia as the healer for the team. Not the best healer, but this is the best thing that we have available. We are going to use Urian as the tank. He will do a pretty decent job, honestly, at least for the couple of minutes that we're going to last in here. Dorkaras, not scrolled. Rava, not scrolled. Gardress, not scrolled either. So the lack of scrolls on 4 of the characters is definitely pretty big. These are the artifacts, the same gear sets. We're just basically moving them over and over. And skill timing, there is no skill timing for this team. I just have slightly more skill haste on the character that applies defense down, and I'm basically gonna let them do their own thing. So we will gain invisibility from Tia. She will only heal the range units. She will not heal the tank, which is a bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. That's why I have the gear set that I have on Urian, is basically for himself to gain a bit of healing. You see, he is stunning characters from the back. He's stunning characters from everywhere, which is definitely very, very annoying. And not only stunning them, but he will deal quite a bit of damage on them. Here we are, 8.5 million damage. We managed to survive 3 minutes and 11 seconds. I do have decreased attack from these ones, but it is from the battle skill, which I cannot time, unfortunately. And yeah, I'm actually pretty satisfied. Being the final team is the weakest score, but hey, we're going to take this as well. We do have Dorkaraz with 3.5 million, Rava with 2.7, and the rest of them did not do anything too crazy, guys. But I do want to see how well we actually ranked on my server with the teams that I currently had, because let's be honest, as free-to-play, it is a bit more challenging, but I feel like we've done a pretty awesome job with what we have available. We have some pretty good heroes too, epics, legendaries, some rare heroes. The main issue that we had was the lack of scrolls. That could have literally changed our entire game. So right here, if you go at Shift Challenge record, you're going to be able to see all of the teams that I have. We have 2 over 22 million. We have 1 at 19, 1 at 13, 1 at 10, 1 at 8.5. Pretty good. And I'm going to do the same thing in the Otherworld event. Probably I'm going to build a couple of extra teams that will deal whatever damage they will deal. It doesn't matter. In there, it will be much easier to get to 22 million damage because you're going to have the alliance bonuses and stuff. So let me just see if we have our ranking up. There we go. We got 565 points and we are rank 11. Oh, we're actually going to be even better. We're going to be rank 9, guys. We are going to be rank 9 because the points are not added up just yet. I'm still at 498, even though I have 565. So rank 9, it will be pretty juicy if we're going to manage to stay there, because we're going to get 6,500 Echo of Clepsydra, which will put me higher on the seasonal leaderboard. I'm going to get 14,000 Medal of Glory, which will allow me to purchase either a legendary scroll, either Heliolite dice. I think I saved most of it so far. I purchased both of them once from the Glory shop. Yeah, so I purchased the scroll, I purchased the Heliolite, and I still have 11,000. And I got this one mainly from doing this event every single week, guys. That's how I managed to accumulate so much. But that was all for this video. Hopefully you found it helpful. Hopefully it gave you some ideas on what teams you should build if you are in Season 1, or at least what you need to do, what strategies you need to follow. Thanks again to Dragonheir for sponsoring today's video, and if you guys enjoyed the content, make sure you smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and if you're new around here and you haven't tried Dragonheir, you can download the game by using the link in the description down below, or in the pinned comment, or scan the QR code you see on the screen. Appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.